Good afternoon, and my name is Jason Singer. I'm with a company called Ingram Micro. We're a global AWS distributor, and we exist to help software and services partners and ISVs in the AWS ecosystems bring market-ready solutions for the healthcare market space. And as part of our healthcare partner pathway program, I've got two of our great partners, XQ and Keystone Technology. And I'm really happy to introduce Andy, who's going to kick us off and talk about what they do in this space. And Andy, so if I could turn it over to you.
Thanks, Jason. So when I was 16 years old, my father told me that if you have anything important to say, you should write it down. Since we're talking about enhancing patient care, I wrote some things down. So my name is Andy Belville, and I am the Chief Revenue Officer at Keystone Technologies. In today's presentation, if I do this correctly, you will learn how Ingram Micro is helping partners like Keystone Technologies and XQ through their healthcare partner pathway deliver secure healthcare cloud transformation on AWS. So, who is Keystone? At our core, we are a healthcare company that believes that technology provides the largest opportunity to improve patient care. In short, we deliver critical healthcare data to medical providers when they need it and how they need it in order to provide the highest possible care to their patients. We are an AWS services partner at the advanced tier with the AWS Healthcare Competency. We have a 20-year history of referenceable and successful healthcare engagements. We serve acute care as well as the ambulatory space, and we work with many large health systems, medical groups, and private practice physician groups across North America. At Keystone, it all begins with our EMR hosting services. Keystone has a cloud-based EMR solution and server architecture that allows our clients to pull any level of detailed information regarding each of their practices on a single platform and provides them with durable and secure technology offering that ensures the safety and integrity of their data. Our AWS-based solution consists of the following elements: an acute focus on the clinical workflow of the practice, which affects how we architect the overall hosting solution. Real-time management and optimization of the EMR. High performance and high availability through AWS. Ongoing real-time data security and compliance. A dedicated client care team to handle service requests with a white glove approach that clinicians require. Full server access available for your internal IT team, all while allowing providers to receive immediate access to PHI so that the physician dynamic is never disturbed. We are currently hosting over 30 different ambulatory EMRs for a variety of specialties across the country, and we are certified to host Epic on AWS. We understand the unique needs and workflow of each specialty and client. Typically, the more complex and sophisticated a practice is, the more we are valued. With Keystone's EMR hosting solution, our clients get greater flexibility and scalability than on-premise environments, enhanced management and security, which translates to improved business continuity and thus less downtime, the ability to control IT costs throughout the entire technology stack, all while improving performance and redundancy. And most importantly, providers experience immediate access to patient data whenever, wherever, and on whatever device they are most comfortable using. All right, so let's discuss a case study on how AWS enables our clients' success. The Orthopedic Institute of Western Kentucky is one of the largest providers of musculoskeletal medical services in Western Kentucky. Founded in 2009, the organization employs physicians as well as nurses, therapists, athletic trainers, and medical assistants who work at its 4 service locations and in regional hospitals. Like many healthcare providers, OIWK hosted its EMR and PACS environments on-premise. However, this infrastructure was quickly aging and becoming expensive to maintain, impacting the performance and the reliability of the systems. Additionally, OIWK sought to improve the resilience of its offsite backups, ransomware defenses, and business continuity and disaster recovery capabilities. To modernize its system, OIWK chose to host its EMR and PACS data on AWS. Utilizing EC2, S3, RDS, and Direct Connect technologies from AWS, Keystone enhanced their overall patient care experience by vastly improving performance, reliability, and security while getting their technology spend back under control. Once we migrated the Orthopedic Institute's next-gen EMR to AWS, they experienced a 50% increase in speed of application responsiveness, both field to field and screen to screen. There was also a huge performance improvement in moving between modules of the next-gen application compared to the past. And printing large rev cycle reports that used to take hours, that time was reduced to minutes. In the healthcare industry, it is incredibly important to keep EMR and PACS data secure and available. Any interruptions can impact a medical professional's ability to provide medical treatment to a patient. Since migrating its healthcare data to AWS, OIWK has not experienced a single system interruption or a minute of downtime. Hosting in the EMR system is now cost-effective. OIWK can manage its EMR and PACS data with offsite accommodations for business continuity and disaster recovery at a much lower cost. It can also operate the system with fewer internal resources, so it can allocate resources to new projects rather than managing their infrastructure. One additional anecdote on this particular case study. While recently working with the new rev cycle partner hired by the Orthopedic Institute, they noticed that there was a large difference in speed between what they saw at other next-gen customer sites and what they observed in their new AWS environment. Keystone actually placed the SQL temp file on a new, much higher tier flash storage overnight and reconfigured SQL to achieve a reduction from around 45 minutes for processing a large rev cycle report to a submission down to about 7 minutes. With the support of Keystone Technologies, OIWK has improved clinical efficiency and has reduced EMR hosting costs while keeping patient data secure. Building out these capabilities is critical to OIWK's growth strategy. Based on the success of this project, the organization plans to continue the use of the cloud to advance its services. Keystone views success in all engagements through the lens of the patient. If our work doesn't improve patient care, then we have failed. With AWS, risk of failure is almost completely mitigated. AWS gives us the technology building blocks to allow us to architect fully redundant EMR cloud solutions, which could previously only be afforded by large IDNs. By combining Keystone's EMR hosting solution with XQ's security offering, we have developed a solution to provide secure healthcare cloud transformation on AWS. With that, I will hand it off to Kelby at XQ.
Thank you so much, Andy. Really excited to be here today and share a little bit more about XQ. So, what is XQ and why am I standing in front of you guys today? You might have heard before of Zero Trust. Typically, Zero Trust refers to network access. And once you have access to the network, you have access to all of the information within the network. So it's not really doing what it's meant to do, which is protect what's most important to organizations itself, which is the data. What we have developed at XQ is Zero Trust data. What we do in order to develop this is we actually secure every packet of data with a unique security encryption code and policies stating who can read the data, where that data can be read, and when the data can be read. What this enables is organizations no longer have to rely on the security of the environment. They can actually rely on the security of the data itself. What I mean by that is no longer are you relying on the security of the VPN of S3. The organization can rely on the security of the data packet itself, so there is no ability to have any lateral movement should a bad actor have access to any of those environments. We do this in a number of different ways using our technology. So we have integrations into communications, integrations into Outlook as well as Gmail, so that your customers can communicate in a HIPAA-compliant manner with their end users in traditional ways that they're used to. In addition to that, we have a transfer product, which is a VPN upgrade. As I mentioned, every packet of data that travels through a VPN now has its own security envelope. And in addition to that, we have forensic level data tracking and logging for your customers. So now that compliance overhead and requirement that organizations have in terms of who has accessed their data, when that data was accessed, it's all met with XQ's integration with Zero Trust Transfer. Lastly, we have integrations into cloud storage. So S3 now becomes a quantum-safe vault. Every packet of data is uniquely encrypted and has its own security envelope. What this means is if someone accesses an S3 storage solution, they no longer have any ability to access all of the information within that storage solution. Every packet of data has its own security wrapper. There is no lateral movement, which is completely transformational from any other security product on the market today. This has a lot of benefits for customers. This includes, breakthrough security. As I mentioned, there are no other providers on the market today that have integrations with products like S3, like VPN upgrades that enable your organizations to have granular levels of auditability, tracking, and security at the data level. It enables organizations to share data with their customers, with their partners, without having to extend trust to those third parties. Because now these organizations can remotely manage data access from XQ. You can change policies at any point in time. So maybe you have an organization that you previously shared data with that you no longer trust. They might have been hacked. With XQ, you can remotely revoke access to those decryption keys. So that partner that has the sensitive data, maybe PHI data of some of your patients, no longer has access to the data within their email server that you might have shared it with, or within an S3 bucket that you're sharing the information with. In addition to this, we decrease costs. So there are some additional costs that are traditional when you're moving PHI data from on-prem to the cloud or in a hybrid or multi-cloud environment that XQ is able to minimize by protecting the data itself and requiring less security infrastructure that you typically would, because you're no longer worried about the holes within a network. Lastly, we also accelerate a customer's journey in terms of acquiring HIPAA compliance. Because at the data level, we have full granular auditability of what's happening to the data. You're able to enable HIPAA compliance a lot quicker. Through our relationship with Ingram Micro, we've been able to partner with a number of different organizations to provide these solutions to end customers. One of those organizations and partners that we've partnered with is Keystone. And so what Keystone has leveraged XQ's technology to do is to reduce the amount of time and effort it takes to move PHI data from on-prem to the cloud. And then they're now providing their customers with a quantum safe vault for all of their data within the cloud. Any customers that previously did not want to move their data, their sensitive data, to the cloud now have less friction in order to move to the cloud. And so Keystone is able to get additional customers to store that PHI data in the cloud in a compliant manner, both meeting HIPAA requirements, GDPR requirements, HIPAA requirements. Name the requirements, we typically will meet those challenges. So lastly, we've gone over this a little bit, but what XQ is doing is we are offering a breakthrough technology with certain products that are integrated directly into the AWS infrastructure that enable zero trust data. The DoD has come out and recognized that zero trust network access, protecting the network, is no longer enough from a security standpoint. You should consider every network compromised at this point. What they have called out is the most important requirement from a security standpoint is protecting the data itself, having no perimeter protection, requiring that each packet of data has their own protection, and that's exactly what XQ does. We are the only patented, commercially available solution that meets the DoD requirements, which will then permeate throughout critical infrastructure, including healthcare. With our technology integrations with S3 and AWS, we can help your customers meet these requirements today. In addition to zero trust data, we also help meet other legislation to reduce the burden that organizations have in terms of HIPAA fines and HIPAA failures. So because XQ is meeting NIST requirements and NIST accreditation, what we're able to do and provide your customers is the ability to absolve themselves of financial and administrative liabilities that HIPAA would put onto customers if they were to have a fine. Because they're meeting these NIST requirements, things like NIST 800, 171, NIST 866, with our technology, they are actually able to absolve themselves of these financial burdens that are associated with HIPAA fines. So it's another value proposition that you can offer your customers, reducing costs, increasing security, and providing a product that can differentiate yourselves from any other product on the market because we are the originators of this zero trust data that has come out as the most important security requirement on the market. With partners like Keystone, customers are now benefiting from this and leveraging this very new technology. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. Please come and talk to me after this talk if you're interested in zero trust data. Once again, I'm Kelby with XQ Message and would love to talk to you.
Yeah.